When I grow up, I want to be a teacher.
I want to become a doctor in future.
I want to be a musician.
I would like to be a banker.
I want to be a medical doctor.
The school is helping me to really achieve my dream to be a musician. School for me is good and interesting.
I think my school is trying their best with that.
The school is helping me from social studies, English, maths, and home economics.
I'm helping myself to become a musician by reading my book and studying very hard and reading about musicians.
I will be focused on my study, read my books always, do what I'm instructed to do in this, and I will never let my teachers or parents down.
I will help myself by reading my book and concentrating on my studies.
The way I can help myself by becoming what I want to be in future is by listening to my teacher when they teach us and studying hard.
Is it from the English alphabet or what? How many English alphabets?
The biggest concern that we have about my school is that we don't have lights. Our school compound is not that big enough, and we need toilet, we need lights, we need desks, and we need books.
Nigeria can help me to achieve what I want by hiring good teachers to teach the schools well, preparing our toilets, teaching aids, and making good classrooms.
So you cannot get a meaningful work without a power.
It is a wonderful profession because we are affecting lives every day. We deal with children. We try to nurture children. We try to care for them. We try to instruct them. And we try to we follow up a lot of problems with the children.
My profession is lovely and good because I have passion for it. I love children. I love working with them.
Good morning, children. My profession is a teaching profession. I try my best possible to inculcate the right knowledge into them so that they will become great leaders of tomorrow.
My biggest concern about education in Nigeria is the falling standard compared to the days of our parents.
The government should put more interest in education. It's not as if the government is not doing anything. They are. But I want the government to have more time for education.
When it has to do with budgeting by the government, education should be put at the forefront so that it will get to all, not just getting to all. It should be qualitative and also quantitative.
I want my mommy and daddy to support me so that I will be a medical doctor.
I would need the government to improve the educational sector and also empower the teachers, encourage the teachers in training aspect, because part of our failure is some of our teachers are not well trained.
Our major constraint is that we don't go for training as at when due. We are made to teach for a very long time, for years, before we are being approved to go for one level of training or the other, and it shouldn't be so.
Poor funding of the public schools and poor monitoring as well. We have dilapidated buildings all around. Can't even imagine human beings sitting in that place, let alone assimilating whatever is being taught in that school. So poor funding, poor infrastructure, and poor monitoring system.
The biggest concern about the education now is the issue of the ASU strike and not having enough facility.
Everybody runs away from being a teacher because they are not well paid. There is not enough care. From the government side, if they don't release funds to take care of the schools. So I think this is a very major problem in public schools.
In university, there were no real practical. But with the little experience we had, I should be able to do some things, but not all.
I'm being prepared to be a medical laboratory scientist through the kind of training they're giving me in school, the practical process, and the exposure that I'm having in school presently. I want the country to equip our laboratory side in school, within the school, and then to also expose us more to the practical parts in school, so that we'll be able to face the reality when we're in that field in the future.
I want to employ our government to put in more effort to make sure that they invest more on education to take it to greater heights.
I am prepared to give my best at all times in teaching, in caring, in nurturing, in advising the children, anytime.
I'm optimistic about the future of the public schools. If and only if the government can improve on its funding, and not just funding, monitoring as well, so that the funding will not go into the wrong hand or being diverted because of the scourge in the country, the corruption.
We need to invest heavily in education. A better tomorrow starts from education. You cannot have a good lawyer, a good doctor, an accountant without education. So education is the bedrock